Alright guys, this is my Chevrolet Silverado. I think that's how you pronounce it, Silverado. As you know, I no longer have my 1995 Chevrolet S10 pickup. I bought this truck a little less than 3 weeks ago. A great deal. It's a salvage title, but it's a great deal. I bought it for $4,000. This gentleman really needed the money, and I really needed a truck. The truck is in good shape. What I'm thinking about doing with this truck, again, the paint is great, is to lower it. I painted the rims. It was the worst job, but it looks kind of decent. I also, this early morning, I painted the bumper. This right here was black, and I painted silver, a little bubbly, but it's okay. This is the original color. I painted this area over here black, the whole bumper black. I ordered this license plate holder on eBay for, I think it was like $26, something like that. The colors that I'm using, guys, is the vinyl color. This particular one is for, I'm sorry, not vinyl, I'm sorry, excuse me, I'll show you, bro. This is the color that I'm using. Rust-Oleum, I think that's how you pronounce it, for bumper. It is great, guys. It is amazing. Pretty good. Now, it's about 100. I'm sorry, not 100. It's about 95 degrees right now. You never want to paint anything in this kind of temperature. It is just too hot. I suggest that you do it very early in the morning. So you want to make sure that the weather is nice and cool, not too hot, because you don't want your paint to be bubbling when you do that. So these are the colors that I'm going to use for my dash board. Multicolors. I really love this brand, vinyl and fabrics. So the red and the black for the interior. While I'm painting this truck, I like it to make it my own. I like to make a little statement for my own, not for nobody, but just for my own. So where am I going to paint the red and where I'm going to paint black? So this area right here, all the way here, and it's going to go like that, and all the way. Now, if you see this line, literally, I'm going to go all the way across the other door, which has print. And then all the way on the top is going to be black. Then below this line right here and here, everything's going to be red. So the bottom red, and then the top, because this is black, then the top is going to be a black, and then this I will do red, since this is going to be black, just to kind of do a little variation. In preparation, guys, I'm sure you guys, some of you have painted the wheels. When you use the cards, when you taping your window between the dash and your windshield, it's really hard to get the tape. So a little trick that I learned a long time ago is to use cards first, and then you use tape, and then of course then you use newspaper or anything like that to cover the windows. I'll do that and I'll show you that. So that's pretty much what's going to be that. I spent the morning also fixing the lower speakers. It looks like this particular car, when it rains, water goes through the edges of the window, then gets to that, and then the speakers never works, I guess because oxidation and water. I did not see no trace of water, but I took the whole thing apart, tape it, and that's pretty much, hopefully that will do the trick. I took this guide off. Again, I'm not sure if I'm going to make this red or just leave it alone. So that I'll be back after I tape the whole thing, and then I'm going to wait like around maybe 6 p.m. when the sun comes down to paint. Again, you don't want it the weather to be too hot. Again, this is my Chevy 2012, 114,000 miles. Bought it for $4,000 from this guy. I think it was a good deal. You let me know if it was a good deal. Overall, the paint is excellent. The truck is in good shape. So when I buy a vehicle, guys, I don't like to sell them. I like it to keep it until no longer I need it. If you see my other video, I get a little, when I get rid of my vehicle. So I think this is going to be a journey. Oh, forgot to tell you, I also bought this thing. I replaced that because it was kind of old. I changed the wheel cover. I did the stitches myself, looking at tutorials on YouTube, and I think it came out pretty nice. Hopefully you guys can see it on the video, but it looks pretty good. Yeah, the seats, I ordered some covers. This is black. The covers that I ordered is going to be black and red too. So with that, let's get to it. Alright guys, finished prepping the area. Believe it or not, it took me about an hour to do this. It brought me some memory when I did my S10. But the key is to take your time, do a good job, because once you make sure that everything is taped properly, everything is covered, the finished product will look, amazing. You will not see tiny little gaps here and there. I wish I would have used like color tape, like yellow color tape. I got to the dollar store because the painter's tape was not working well on the glass. I think it was kind of a little oily. I should have cleaned it. I didn't know it was gonna do that. And I went to the dollar store and instead I got some clear Scotch tape. I should have bought the color tape. Again, just a quick note on that: buy tape, so that way you don't think there's gaps in between the paper. Yeah, so I cleaned all this area with 99% alcohol. It looks nice and clean. It's about 7:30 p.m. Guys, you want to make sure that it's not too hot outside and that there's not a lot of wind. Just make sure you cover all your areas nice, especially this area over here. You don't want to have some black paint or anything like that. So let me go ahead do the first quote and bring it back. So I did the first quote here on the top of the right hand door. I had to stop real quick. I thought that the tape was going to be enough, but you can see some black over here. I was not happy with that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put some more tape, maybe hopefully coming down over here. I will do the same to the other door. So yeah, just make sure you have enough room. I just just used this guy right here. I'm telling you, this stuff is beautiful. Dupli-color. The way this thing spreads is nice and smooth. It is beautiful. I mean, like I did just one light coat, and I say, wow, compared to other cans that I've used. So Dupli-color vinyl and fabrics, this is the one to go, guys. Alright guys, so I added more paper to this area because like I told you, I was spreading into the door. I didn't want to do that. I went in, go ahead, did that other side. I'm going to show you how nice and smooth. Not sure if hopefully I can do this while I'm recording. Let me just quickly give you a nice demonstration. See how nice and beautiful that comes? It is. Again, you want to do light coat. So I did that real quick, but you want to do very light, nothing crazy. But this stuff, man, paint's beautiful. I'm not sure if you can appreciate this stuff on video, but boy, I'm glad multicolor is what I got. This stuff is beautiful, man. Wow. So if you see at the end, this is why the cards helps a lot, because you can get down to the edge. It's quite difficult if you want to do it with the tape. So like I say, that's a little trick that I learned some long time ago. Again, you want to do it light. First quote, you want to go light. Take your time. Just make sure at the end of the day you did a beautiful job. So you see that's gonna look black and the bottom's gonna look red. Let me go to the other side and show you that real quick. All right, let's see. And look, this paint really goes far. Oh boy. When you do this, guys, make sure the other door is closed. You don't want this toxic stuff going back into your nose. Alright, I'm going to show you the first quote, guys. Then after that, sorry. Look at how nice and it's just beautiful. You want to prep the area, guys. You want to prep the area nicely. You want to use some alcohol to clean the vinyl, because if you don't clean it, it's going to peel off. And remember, if you do this when it's 99 degrees outside, it's just not going to work. You want to make sure it's nice and not too hot. It's about probably 65. About 68, maybe 80 degrees, somewhere around. I didn't check. But you want to make sure it's nice and cool, not too hot. Make sure it's not a lot of wind. And yeah, so let me do this one real quick so you can see. Again, oh wow, look at that. This is beautiful. I'm not the expert when it comes to paint, but you want to keep a distance and you want to do a nice and smooth without stopping like in between. Of course I will, but you want to do nice and smooth. Okay, sorry. So look at that. That's the first one, and you can see it's going to be black all the way across, and at the bottom is going to be red. With that, I'm going to wait about maybe 10 minutes. I'll do the first quote without showing you guys. I'm sorry. I just don't know how to do this while I'm holding the phone. I just want to make sure I do a good job. But I'll show you every quote that I go to. So first quote, I'm going to wait about 5 or 10 minutes, and I'll be back. All right, guys. This is second quote. I must say this paint is amazing. I mean, this paint is beautiful. It's almost like matte black. You might see a lot of reflection, but if you're in person, it looks really nice and settled. Really almost flat, almost like eggshell comparison. Not too bright. Really, really nice and settled. I mean, you have to see it in person to appreciate it. This is second quote, and it looks really good, guys. I'm not sure if you can tell on video, but this thing covers really nice. Again, preparation is the key. I was not the best on my first round. You can see I missed a gap over here. I have to like cover that spot. But yeah, just take your time, and I'll come back on my third quote. All right, guys, this is the third quote. As it is, I'm really happy. I'm not sure if you can see the compare. Here's the what is that, gray, black. This gray area right here is going to be red. So this is black. I'm really happy. I literally almost finished one can. There's a little bit to maybe do one quote here and maybe another quote on the other door. Not enough to go on the dashboard. So I might do one more with the little bit that is left. So one can, you can do about 3.5. So three quotes and a half, one can. Now I wish, I'm not sure if they do, I wish if they made them smaller halves it was a little difficult. It's a little hard for me to go deep down into the dashboard and get, you know, the paint like that, because the angle is, it says for the what is it, vinyl, most likely a lot of people's going to do cars or other vinyl fabric, but I wish Dupli-color will make them maybe a little smaller, even though they might go finish quickly, but you could go deep over there inside the dashboard here. The can is just too big to go deep. I had to like spread from distance, but other than that, you can see it is nice and smooth. I'm telling you guys, it is almost difficult, I want to say, to overrun this spray. I found an area that I was just overspraying a little bit just to see what happened. I would not see no paint running. I'm not sure if it is it because my prep from the beginning, but man, this stuff is amazing. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see it. This stuff is just nice and smooth. It's beautiful. All right, 3.5 coats. I'm gonna go do the other one. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do the red today. I'll wake up early tomorrow morning, prep it, and I will have to wake up at least maybe 5 or 6 in the morning just to make sure it doesn't get too hot. And if I don't get to it, I'll wait like around 6 p.m. so to prep the bottom, so I can paint the bottom. So yeah, so total spent so far is about $34, $35, all 4 cans. Of course, you needed some tape, maybe another $5, and maybe some rubbing alcohol, maybe another $2 or $3. So you're not going to spend no more than $50 to do this job. So with that, I'll be back on the 4th coat. This is the 4th cover. I had to use at least 1 1/4 of the right here of this Dupli-color vinyl and fabrics, about 1 1/4. This one is fairly few. It's about 3/4 full. So if you're gonna do a job like this, you're gonna need at least 2 cans. Or if they sell the smaller ones, which I don't know if they do, I didn't see the smaller ones, you need just 1 1/2. Okay, but this is the final. I'm happy. I'm not sure if you can appreciate on video, but in person it's like a matte finish with a little shine, just a tiny little bit, not really overwhelmed, just very little. It's very subtle. It literally almost looks like it's factory original. If you see, I'm building up an apartment here in my house, so excuse the construction worker, they're doing some work. Anyway, yeah, so I'm finished this section and I finished that. Now I notice key is preparation, guys. Right here, if I tape this, you're gonna see, you see that? It's just peel off. Why? You want to take it off right before this thing dries. So that's the key. You want to peel off all the tape right it dries, or otherwise you're going to get this. So you don't want to hold this thing until like the next day. You want to peel it off right away. So this is what I'm doing now. The way I'm going to finish that is I'm going to take, let me see, I know I had a card in here. One of the decks, one of the card, I'm just going to go like that and then overspray. Here's my old, what is it? Fitness, oh, right here. So I'm going to go like that and then I'm going to spray it. But that's what literally what happened. You want to peel off all this stuff while the pen is fresh, or you're going to get some, or your pen is going to peel off. Anyway, let me do that real quick, and I'll do the rest tomorrow, and then I'll show you my preparation. And with that, you see how that looks nice and clean. See that? Nice and clean. Just make sure your last quote or your last cover is the one that you're going to peel off this stuff before it dries, because it's going to happen like it showed me on the last time. Remember, preparation. I keep saying preparation. Look at what happened because I didn't prepare carefully. Look at that. There you go. Look at that. See, I left the tape all the way almost up to here. I didn't use any more tape, so this is what's gonna happen. But I'm not worried about that. I just take some goof off or some gasoline, and that will take off. Even Windex will take off. I use a Gillette, and then that will do the trick. Let me go show you the other side. Excuse my truck. Right here. See that? I prepared nice and clean. I just wanted to show you that. See? Nice and clean. The window nice and clean because I prepared this section. But I left this right here so you can see that if you don't remove it, when the paint is fresh on your last coat, you're going to get this. It's going to peel off. But rather than that, look at that. Preparation, guys. Beautiful. Nice and clean. Let me show you the dash. Dash. You see that? Nice and clean. Okay. All right. Tomorrow, around maybe 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, I'll wake up early in the morning, set it up, and then if it gets too hot before I finish setting it up, I'll leave it for 6 o'clock, 7:30 p.m. when it cools down. Okay. Remember, make sure it is not too hot. If it's hot, just leave it alone. Do it at night, guys. No rush. Just make sure you do a beautiful job. With that, this is Alex, and I'll see you on the next part. All right. I'm out. Good morning. This is Alex. Welcome back. I'm not sure if we're gonna do this video, maybe part 2. It's I don't know, about 7 o'clock in the morning. It looks like it's gonna rain. It looked like it rained a little bit overnight. But yes, masking this door was insane. I needed more paper and I went and got some more. But look at all this massive paper. I think if I'm going to need some more paper, I'm going to get it from the windshield. But yeah, so here's the plan. This is the first cover. Very light, nothing heavy, guys. I overdid a little bit over here, but that's fine. The other covers were fixed that. So I was lucky that I found some bubble wrapping, and I was able to go all the way down. This section here is going to be all red, right? So I'm gonna work on this first, and then on this now, and then that door I'm gonna leave it towards the end because I don't have a lot of tape. I don't have a lot of tape. I don't want to go to the store. I think it's gonna rain on me, I think. So I want to maybe hurry up, but at the same time I don't want to make a mess. I want to keep everything nice and clean. But boy, this is not an easy job. Doing 2 tones, the black and the red all the way around, is insane. So think about it. If you're going to do that at the end, I think it's going to look beautiful, but think about it, it's a lot of work. You got to take some days off from work. Luckily, I took a 3-week vacation, so I'm having a good old time. I'm tackling a lot of little things that I got to do in the house. With that, I'll show you the next part when I do it. All right, guys, here's the other side. This is just one first cover. Nothing crazy, just go light. Again, guys, take your time. You don't want to hurry up on this stuff. I think I'm gonna go maybe like 5 or 6 coats. I might need another spray can. The only thing is, when I went to a Pit Boy yesterday, they only had 2 reds, so I might have to go maybe at AutoZone or some other place to get that exactly matched. Now, what I like about this paint is that once it's dry, you're gonna get a matte finish. Nothing crazy. I think matte finish looks better than shiny. It covers all imperfection. Of course, this is not wall houses, but a matte finish covers a lot of imperfection. The color looks nice and neat, and almost it's gonna look like factory done. With that, let me keep going. And again, I'm gonna do that door. That'll be the last door. I'm gonna do that later after I finish this section and this section. Okay, I'm out. Right, guys, so here are the door locks. These are the edges. I put them last night. I let it dry over last night. I left them outside. I did about maybe 5 covers on this one, because I know I'll be touching this stuff a lot, so you need, 5 or 6 or 8. But because the door locked automatically, maybe very little. So I'm about to put them on, and then I'll show you. Okay, so this is where this piece goes. Excuse me, guy. There you go. This piece right here goes here, I think. I hope so. Oh yeah, right there. Sorry. Yeah, there you go. That's where that piece goes. See that? Now, this is the inserter. The other piece that goes there. Now, this stuff is up right here, right there. Then this other piece, this other black piece goes here, and I think it goes this way, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there you go. So, what do you think? Yeah, that's it. So, that's how it works. I think in time, the back is going to peel off maybe, but it should be okay. It's not going to show much. So, I did the round red, and then this little piece I decided to do it black, so it will match this other piece. All right, let's go do the other side. I'm letting the door and the other dash dry while I'm doing this. All right, so there you go. Okay, beautiful. Now this piece right there, and then this other piece, I think it goes this way. No, it doesn't go that way. Okay, beautiful. All right, that's the finished part. So let's wait until this is red. This is I think this is still second cover. I'm not doing too much of a good job. I'm overdoing it a little bit. It looks like this is going to be maybe 8 covers, maybe. I'm going to need more paint. I'm going to need at least 2 more cans. So with 1 more, I can cover the whole section, that door and the other dash. And then maybe 1 whole can for this door, or maybe 1 and a quarter. Red is a little more difficult to cover the gray that is underneath. Let's see what happens. I for some reason was gonna probably do black and then red on top of the black, but I decided it's just gonna be a lot of work. I'm not gonna have the time for it. Anyway, see you on the next section. All right, guys. This is about maybe 5 covers. It looks pretty good. I still need maybe like 2 more. This is an area that people are just gonna kick with the legs when they're coming to the car. So I want to put maybe 5 or 6 covers. I just finished the 4th. I think it is the 4th. I lost count, to be honest with you. But it's looking pretty good. You can see that door right there. That door, the paint is pretty fresh. I just finished doing it. It's gonna look nice and flat. Not really like flat, but like this black, settle, almost like eggshell compared to home painting. So that's that. It's been a pain. I can tell you, it's been a pain. I ran out of paint This is my third can when it comes to the red. I have used two for all this area. I went in Pet Boys, they didn't have any more, they only had two, so I went to AutoZone. They have one extra, and I pre-ordered two more because they didn't have the color. It's going to come in at 1 o'clock later on this afternoon. So once I finish this, I think I'm going to be able to do maybe one or two covers with this, and then with the other two I'm going to finish it everything. So about six covers, 6 to 7. You want to make sure you do a lot on this area because this is the area where you're going to have a lot of people just kicking your doors and yada yada. You'll take care of it, but the people you're going to drive in your car will not know how hard and difficult this work is. It looks simple, but it's really a pain. Anyway, with that, after this, I guess I'm just going to show you the finish work. I don't think it's necessary to show you any more covers. I'm going to do about 6 or 7, 2 more covers. Then after 1 o'clock, I'll pick up this paint. I will show you literally everything once it's finished. All right, guys, I'm finally done. It took me about 2 days. Again, I always waited for the sun to hit in, maybe about 70 degrees, 80 degrees. So I did it in the evening, and I did some of the work preparation in the morning. You have to be patient. You want good result. You want this thing to look really nice. You have to be patient. I could have used more patience, I guess. But I'm really happy and pleased with it. And with that, let me just reveal it to you. Before I do that, I end up using, let me see, 2, 4, 6 of the red paint and 2 of the black paint. So total 8 bottles. The paint needs more cover. It's tougher to cover the red, but with the black it was easy. So with that, let me show you what I got. Hope you guys like it, and leave your comments. So with that, guys, I'm really happy. The black and the red came out really nice. As you can see, the handle on the doors, I left them gray. That is part where you're going to be holding that a lot and touching that a lot, so I didn't want the car to look old quickly, so I left those alone. I think it looks kind of decent. I guess if you don't pay much attention, it should be okay. I would have loved to make them black, but I'm just gonna leave them alone. So that's it, guys. I wanted to paint those red, I'm sorry, but I left it black so I can get a continuous black all the way across through the doors, and then that red all through the door. Oh, I forgot to mention, I did the speakers. I made the speaker look black. Please let me know what you think. Again, guys, the key is to take your time. Do not rush. Don't hurry. Once it's done, it's a pain. It's a pain. It's a pain, guys. But once it's done, it is just amazing and beautiful. And what more can I say? With that, guys, thank you very much. I'm out.